Hey guys, so this is everything that I eat in a day on a bodybuilding diet. Now that we are 6 weeks out, we've been prepping now for close to 16 weeks. We've successfully lost around just over 10 kilos of body fat, looking good, feeling good. And of course, we're filling ourselves up with natural whole foods. I'm a firm believer that, you should be eating single ingredient whole foods anyway. But this diet that we've been on has been very interesting, to say the least. Because I eat like this all year round. So this doesn't faze me at all. So you guys are going to see what I'm cooking, what I'm eating, and a little bit as to why I'm eating these foods to fill up myself, to fuel my body, to fuel these results. So I like to cook everything in good quality fats. Fats are essential for our health, our hormonal health. They help deliver all of our fat soluble vitamins as well, which is why in the morning we want something that's going to fill us up. We want something that's going to fuel the mind, the body, the muscle. So we want something that's high in protein, good quality fats, and depending on the time that you train, some sort of carbohydrate to help improve insulin sensitivity. Now, these are big fancy words that I'm throwing out, but we'll get into as the episode continues. So here I've got 4 organic eggs, we've got a little bit of rocket, and I've got some berries in here as well. So strawberries just about to come in season, some blueberries as well. Try and eat seasonal fruit, seasonal vegetables, depending on what time of year it is. It's very, very crucial, but also will help the diversity of certain nutrients that you don't normally get. So, I'm a firm believer of not, utilizing fruit and vegetables, let's say, that you can get all year round. I feel like we need to eat seasonally in accordance to where we live locationally, and that will help your health tremendously. So we've got 4 eggs, we've got a little bit of rocket, a little bit of spinach. A little bit of spinach? No, we've got rocket today, but usually we have some sort of green. Rocket is great bitter vegetable that can help with the liver, help with like bile and fat digestion, support things like stomach acid, which I'm going to show you why that's important. But I'm going to tuck into this. So this is all cooked in a little bit of grass-fed butter as well, but it's all been weighed out. So at the moment I am tracking calories. It is a vital important, would I say it's vitally important to everyone? No, depending on like your goal, but for what I'm doing, I've never done a bodybuilding competition before. It's a great way to learn, keep yourself accountable, but more importantly, keep you on track with where you're at, because it's very easy to go over on oils and milks and sauces, and you can sometimes wonder why you're not losing body fat as effectively as you could be. But I'm not scrimping on the fats. I'm not this sort of person that, like most in the fitness industry, love using these garbage 1 calorie light sprays that are full of gums, full of additives that just wreck and mess with your gut. I see it day in, day out with clients. Get back to whole foods, get back to high quality fats, and start using them with your cooking. Just because you're on a bodybuilding diet doesn't mean it has to be boring, flavorless, and quite commonly we see a lot of people suffer needlessly in my eyes. But anyway, this is meal 1. We've got a roast chicken cooking. I'm going to go into that in meal 2, but we're going to tuck into this and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we are just about to prepare for meal number 2. Now this meal is kind of a favourite of mine. I'll rotate it between a lean meat like chicken or a fish. Tend to go for things like king prawns at the minute, or some sort of cod. At the moment we've got roast chicken. So this is something that we cook every week together as a couple. I'm a firm believer in no wastage, save the planet, all that stuff. But we buy a whole chicken for two reasons. One, it saves you guys money, okay? And eating like this, eating a lot more meat can be quite expensive depending on where you source your food. So we've gone for an organic chicken because you're not just what you eat, absorb, excrete, think and breathe, but you're also what the animal ate if you decide to eat animal food and protein. So we buy a whole chicken and we roast this bad boy up once a week on the weekend. Sometimes we'll have it hot, sometimes we'll have it cold, but essentially nothing goes to waste. I won't buy chicken breast. We might buy some as a backup if we do run out, because occasionally, like at the end of the week, the whole chicken does run out. But I'll pull all the meat off the bone, and I'll use the skin, I'll use the thigh meat, the wings, all the essential collagen, all the phosphorus, all the protein, the fat. You shouldn't be afraid of that stuff, guys. And because we're calorie tracking, I'll be adding this to my salad. So in here, we've got about some fresh lettuce, we've got some carrot in here, pomegranate, tomatoes, a little bit more rocket as well. I just find salads working really well for me. Very satiating food. Occasionally, if I want something hot, I'll go with some greens, like green beans, asparagus, and a little bit of fruit. I tend to find that this fills me up a lot more, keeps me satiated. So it's about finding what works for you guys as individuals. But what I'm going to do now is going to weigh out, because this bird is cooked. I'm meant to be having like the raw weight, 200 gram. It's roughly 150 grams cooked weight. So I'm going to basically pull off some of the meat on the bone. I don't know if you guys can see this. Maybe I should raise this up. But here's our roast chicken. Look at that. Nothing goes to waste, guys. Like, we even save the chicken fat for sauces, dressings. Like, shouldn't be afraid of this stuff. And we'll even, right, get the carcass of when it's cooked. And when that carcass is cooked up, we make more broths out of it. It's got essential collagen. It's rich in amino acids like glycine that will help repair the gut lining. And because this is quite a stressful sport, guys, it puts a lot of strain on the body. You need to be supporting your gut. You need to be supporting digestion. So foods are going to be really, really key here. And one of the other factors as well that I'll also show you guys, like I use a lot of fermented foods. Not everyone can tolerate fermented foods, especially if you suffer with high histamine issues. So for example, if you get like hay fever and stuff in the summer, you might want to avoid foods that are rich in histamine like this. But we've got sauerkraut in here, and I'll use some gherkins as well, running low. But essentially fermented foods as a good probiotic, pre and probiotics, which help feed the good bacteria in your gut, guys, in your gut. There are thousands to trillions of bacteria that, sometimes get diminished when we put a lot of stress on them. So very vitally important. I'm going to add a couple of forks full of this, show the end result, because we're going to be out for the morning to the afternoon. So this meal's going to come with me, okay? And we'll be back in the kitchen for meal number 3. I like meal number 3 hot, but occasionally I'll also take that with me depending on where we go. Remember, guys, love saying this to my clients, but failure to prepare to fail. Alright guys, meal number 3. We are back in the kitchen. We've just come back from a day out. So meal 2 was roast chicken, some salad, and actually forgot my fruit. I know we put like an apple, or we put some raspberries or blueberries. So with meal number 3, we're going to double that up, which I'm so excited for. So here's what we've got. So we've got some gluten-free oats in a go. So you guys can see that. So we're going to have gluten-free oats, about 50 grams, not a lot, filtered water. So the reason why I have gluten-free oats, guys, is gluten is a very hard digestible plant protein. which can cause a lot of disruption for the gut lining. So these little tweaks that you can make with your oats, guys, they do make a massive difference. So gluten-free, organic, if possible. I know not everyone can do this, but yeah, it does make the big difference, these little tips. And then in this bowl here, we've got some goat whey, and I don't use cow's whey at the moment. Not that I'm against it, nothing like that. It's just we've got our own product that we're developing at the minute using goat whey protein. So it's actually got a higher amino acid profile than cow's whey, believe it or not. It's A2, so you won't have issues digesting it to do with the lactose and the lactase or the casein protein. It's a high amino acid, actually higher than cow's whey, believe it or not. Rich in things like lactoferrin, which is great for iron absorption. It's great in terms of its bioavailability. It supports beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. So all around is a fantastic protein source if you're a bit bored of having cow whey protein. And again, all from grass fed. It's A2, hyperallergenic as well, so it's fantastic for those who suffer with gut health issues like I have done in the past. And then in here as well, we've also got some colostrum. Now colostrum is kind of like an unsung hero, really. So my friend Josh, it's company Ape Nutrition, colostrum powder. It's from Ancestral Superfood. It's basically colostrum is given to infant cows during the first 4 hours of when they are given birth, and it's full of things like peptides, amino acids. It's full of gut nourishing, high quality ingredients that are going to support things like your gut, support recovery, and full of growth hormone factors as well. So insulin growth factors. So a little bit of that, 5 grams, like a little teaspoon. And then in here it's got some salt, some Celtic salt. We've got some raw cacao powder in here, ceremonial grade cacao, just to flavour it. You again using natural whole foods, guys. It's all been accounted for. Then I'm just going to whisk that up, and I'm just going to put in our fat choice in a minute. I'm going to add that in at the end, but go with some 100 grams of raspberries, 100 grams of frozen blueberries. We've got red currants in here as well. It's going to be banging this. There we go, guys. The finished product. So I've actually got about like an 80 gram of banana in there. And we've got some walnut butter as well. And you can see, volumized to hell. So I'm very much looking forward to consuming this. Oh, there we go. And also we've got a little teaspoon to eat it, so it will help slow digestion down. It's always a nice little dieting tip. Chew your food, guys. See you in a bit. So back in the kitchen again. We are doing this time a little bit of spag bowl. This is our Sunday night treat. This is a rest day. So I'll show you what we're going to be cooking. Spin the camera. So we've got grass-fed beef bolognese, just letting down a very low heat now, waiting for all this to brown. This crust is where all the flavour is, and because it's quite a high-quality mince, there is quite a lot of fat from this. I'm not one for buying like lean mince. You're still going to get like some fat off there. That fat is going to add a bit of flavour, but we don't want too much of that fat, so hence why it's a big bowl of it. Then we've got carrot, onion, some garlic. I needed some asparagus, need some greens, and then we've got our base chopped tomatoes, Italian seasoning, lots of salt, and then the secret ingredient, which is balsamic vinegar, a couple of teaspoons of this, and then we've got gluten-free rice pasta. So this is from brown rice flour. Its stuff's brilliant. We do have potato sometimes. I'll have rice as well as my carbohydrate source. This is a meal that I typically consume after a workout, but usually it's potato, usually it's some sort of rice, but as a Sunday, 6 weeks out, little treat, gluten-free rice pasta, and you guys are going to see the finished product in a minute. There we go. This is the finished product. Here's our grass-fed beef bolognese, rice, gluten-free rice flour pasta, and just a little bit of asparagus for some extra greens. And obviously you've got some organic chopped tomatoes, onion, garlic, as you guys saw. Can't wait to tuck into this meal number 4. Yes. Alright, last meal of the day. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable day. A day in the life of eating on a bodybuilding diet, 6 weeks out. As you can see, we tried to incorporate whole foods with really decent recipes that can, match our calorie intake for the day. So our calorie intake for the day is sits in between 1850 calories, about 180 grams of protein, about 165, 70 grams of carbs, and around 60 grams of fat. So that's what we're doing in the minute, and it seemed to, it's working. We're looking really good. I'm not sure that food will drop any more. We've had to incorporate a refeed the previous week where I bumped my calories up a little bit, where it's essentially you increase your carbohydrate intake to help with muscle fullness, help with muscle glycogen in the muscles to avoid looking flat as a pancake. And this is the last meal of the day. Now, I normally rotate this between my yogurt bowl, which I'm going to show you now, and an ice cream using the Ninja Creamy behind me. I'll possibly do a lot more of those in peak week, but essentially I blend it up with goat protein, bit of cacao. I'm not having any milk at the minute because I'd rather eat my calories, but Plenish coconut milk, no nasties, no gums. And then sweeten it with date palm sugar. It's a low glycemic sugar, naturally sweetens it. A little bit of salt, and it makes delicious ice cream. This is been a godsend, really fulfilling, satiating. But we've gone for the yogurt bowl this evening. So in our yogurt bowl, we've got Organised, which is my friend Niall we had on our podcast. This is the world's first organ blend. It's like a whole food. And in this, guys, it's got, I don't know if you can see that, hydrolyzed collagen, beef protein, date palm powder, maple sugar powder, a little bit of raw honey powder in there. But it's also got organs, so like beef organs with a little bit of colostrum. So because organs are primarily used in an animal-based diet, but they contain some of the most highest amounts of B vitamins, which supply your body's they're water-soluble vitamins. They supply your body with a ton of energy. They're needed for a hell of a lot of functions. From I won't go into it. We'll reel them all off another day. But essentially, it's got essential protein in here. It's a complete amino acid, and you're just delivering your body with essential vitamins and minerals that, is a powerhouse food, organ meat. And I don't normally like eating organ meats, hence why I supplement with them and add them in my diet. And this tastes amazing. So I'm going to blend this up with some organic, we've got some Odyssey Greek yogurt. This is real Greek yogurt. And we're going to be doing 200 grams of this. We're going to do a little bit of our leftover berries from earlier, 50 grams. I normally put them in between my workout, and I'll possibly, because I've cut a bit of fruit on my previous meal to save calories too. We don't hit a bit of a wall. And then cinnamon, the old faithful, gets a bit of a dusting on this. Cinnamon is rich in chromium, which is great for blood sugar regulation. Very fantastic mineral, that. And we got like our low glycemic berries like strawberries, raspberries in here as well. That makes it really, really pop. So I'm going to mix all this together. Got my essential protein in here as well that will help us avoid any nutrient deficiencies with being a bodybuilding diet. Although you're eating whole foods, can happen, but we're trying to mitigate that. So yeah, that is the last meal. I'm going to mix it all up and end the day off there. And there we go, finished product. Here's our pudding, meal 5, all whipped up, ready to rock and roll. Cannot wait to have this. And again, I've got a little teaspoon to
just preserve it. So here we go, spin this around. Taste test. And there we have it. A day of eating on a rest day. Hope you enjoyed it. I do love watching these videos, but yeah, post in the comments below. Make sure to like. I don't know what's going on, but the dislike button is out of order at the minute. Don't know what's going on with that, so really apologise. So yeah, hope you enjoyed today. Stay tuned for the next episode, and it's over and out for now. Peace!